to receive this call, please hang up now. If you have any concerns about a prisoner's well-being, please contact the prison immediately. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. You?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alrighty.
You go.
You talked about a situation back before when you found the rat on the yard, right?
Yes.
So you were on a yard at some point. So how long ago was that, and how much time in the whole 28 years have you actually spent in a unit before being tipped back and all that stuff?
I've been in the same unit. The unit that I'm in now, I've probably been in there about I've probably been in there about 10 years now, the one that I'm in now.
I thought you meant you went to a main yard as a trial or something.
No.
So when you say...
I've been in G Division since the 16th of January 1995. I haven't been in another division.
So when you found a rat on the yard, that was still in G Division?
Yes.
Oh, wow, I got the wrong idea. I thought maybe they gave you a trial out there and they tipped you back.
No. You see, I'm still on this same process, right? Mm-hmm. In about 96, 96, 97, thereabouts. I did it like I was locked up out in the yard and everything like that. And one of the screws said, listen, he said, would you like to do the Trees for Life program? And he said, what you do, you know what the Trees for Life program is, don't you?
No idea, no.
Oh, well, you put dirt in plastic tubes, put a seed in there, and then you put it like there's about 60 trees. There's 60 trees per box in a polystyrene box. And they're like, you know, when you see like the adverts for, like on Plant a Tree Day, like you see school kids planting trees once a year, you know what I mean? Well, that's the trees, right? Well, I did a program like with 10,000 trees for a program out near Kubapedi, like it was for a property out there, for like it was a windbreak and that, you know? Yeah. And anyway, fucking one of the screws carried on, and he brought a whole heap of Roundup in and poisoned the plants. And it's a fact, it was brought up in court, and it was the manager, he got the sack. And the screw said to the manager, that the reason why he did it is because the officers were concerned about the program, and like because the plant, like the soil and that was coming in, and they weren't listening to their grievances. So he poisoned the plants to get their point across. Well, they ended up sacking him. It was brought up in court and everything when I had a judicial review. And then in 2007, right, so he was that screw. He was sacked from the Department of Correctional Services, and he was transferred to another government agency. So in 2007, when I went to that was the fourth judicial review in the Supreme Court to fight to get out of here, Judge Trish Kelly had the general manager on the stand and questioned him about what they were going to do with me, et cetera, and they said, well, listen, what you have to do is, do you want this man coming out of G Division? And he's gone, no. And she said, well, listen, you have to provide him some sort of quality of life whilst he's in there, or otherwise, the next time he comes to court, DCS will not have the same protection from the court that they're used to. So they were on notice to do something with me. So what they did is out in the yard that I go to, they put 2 washing machines and a dryer out there. They put plastic over the top, and it's only just a small yard, and secured it all and everything like that. So I go out there. So I'm there, like sort of when I go out there through the day, there's a washing machine. I do the laundry and stuff like that, even though that I'm secured. Do you know what I mean?
So that's their idea of a quality of life.
Yeah. So so I got some polystyrene boxes and some soil and started planting some seeds. and started growing a few tomatoes and like seasonal veg.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And when it was growing, like I give it to everyone here, et cetera, it would give me something to do. You know what I mean? Some sort of structure.
Yeah.
And but when my friend to cut it short, when my friend came here, I saw something, et cetera, and I defended my friend, and the screws carried on and said, well, listen, why are you taking his side? Why are you defending him? You know what I mean? And I said, well, he's my family, he's my friend, I will protect him no matter what, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the screws carried on and says, oh, listen, we've done so much for you, we look after you, we give you fucking a fair bit of leeway. And he said, this is how you treat us.
Mm-hmm.
And then, lo and behold, certain things, all of a sudden, things were found, et cetera, et cetera. So I stood up for myself, and when I found what I found, I fronted the screws, and I said, listen, if you're sending me a message, I said, message loud, received loud and clear, just so you know, I'm not a weak cunt. I said, I'm prepared to step up to the plate, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden their feelings got hurt, and then they found something else out there. And, you know what I mean, it was just convenient that it sort of, you know what I mean? But I know who's done it. I know who the two were that did it. I know why they did it. And ever since then, you know what I mean, like I don't get me mail, I don't get this, I don't get that, I've lost all my stuff, blah, blah, blah. It's a shit fight, you know what I mean? But I will fucking prefer to die standing up than on my knees crawling to them cunts, you know what I mean? And I still fight the fight today. To this very day, the fight's still going on. And but that's the way that it has to be. You know what I mean?
And that's when they took your birds and that?
I'm not so much of a forgiving man when it comes to personal stuff, and especially when it comes to my friend. The gloves are off, you know what I mean? Not I won't attack him. I won't, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to fight to get out of here, so I'm not falling into their hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But when those screws are on and they open the door and they're standing there, I won't look at them. I won't talk to them. I have nothing to fucking do with them. They give me nothing, and I give them nothing.
Yeah, and is that when your bird got taken? Your birds got taken off you as well?
Yeah. That's everything. Yeah. The bird, like everything I paid for myself. Everything, birds, everything. The bird was, because I don't have contact with other prisoners, the bird was my mate, you know what I mean? And I got it from animal rescue and et cetera, et cetera. So I give the bird a home, and the bird looked after me, and I looked after the bird, you know what I mean? Because I had no contact with other prisoners.
How long did you have the birds?
I've had a number of birds, probably about 2 years.
Oh, yeah. And it was real helpful, I'd imagine.
I miss me birds. I miss me birds. You know what I mean? Like, animals are better than humans, as far like in most worlds.
I agree.
and you know about my history, like my bringing, like, you know what I mean. So I get very attached to animals than I do humans.
Yeah. Wow. That was sad that they took that off you, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, even though it's fucked. And I done nothing. I can rest assured, you know what I mean? I done nothing wrong, you know what I mean? All I did was defend someone. But anyway, that's the rules of engagement.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They do what they do. We do what we do. You know what I mean?
But how do they stop you growing vegetables and that? Because you're still in the yard. Like, how do they?
It was a privilege. It was a privilege that they didn't want. They didn't want me to have nothing. They want me in the position I'm in now, where I've got nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in the cell, fucking bang, fucking no free movement, no fucking, well, not that I had free movement, but no, do you know what I mean?
Was there a little bit of grass back there, bud, or they were just in little boxes?
No, it's concrete.
Yeah, I thought
it would be. Yeah, anyway, I'm under arrest.
Yeah, that's all right.
I will catch you, we will reconvene tomorrow.
Yeah, that's all right. Just have a think about this by tomorrow, Mick. If you want, because I'm running out of questions here, if you want, we can go over your whole life story from start to finish. It's up to you, but if you want to do that, that would take us a while as well. Can go through it all.
Yes, yeah. My life's an open book, mate. I got nothing to hide.
Yeah, that's mad. We'll go through it all then.
All
Talk
thank you.
tomorrow, Mick.
Yep.
Bye, mate.